give some love to our magnificent band. Linda on keys, Oliver on bass, and Matt over there behind the poinsettia on drums. It's so good to see you all here this morning. You didn't let a little thing like rain stop you. Doggone it. I love it. I love that movement. So the truth is telling me love's the only answer. Ones who are not free, love will take us higher, reveal the way to greater love. Oh yeah. So the truth is running me. Sing of liberation for the ones who are not free. Love will take us higher, reveal the way to greater love. Yeah, so we let it wash over us. We let it lift us higher. We let it wash over us. We let it be. We let it lift us higher. We let it make us kinder. We let it wash over us. We let it be. Woo! So the truth is telling me love's the only answer for the ones who are not free. Love can take us higher, reveal the way to greater love. Oh, so the kindness that you feel, love the only answer for the ones who are not free. Love will take you higher, reveal the way to greater love. Oh yeah, yeah. So we let it wash over us. We let it lift us higher. We let it make us kinder. We let it be. We let it early in the morning. We let it hold us together. We let it make us kinder. We let it be. We let the love, come on y'all, wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. And we let it, we let it, we let it, oh, we let it be. We let the peace, oh, we let the peace wash over us in 2023. Yeah. Oh, we let it, we let it, we let it, we let the peace be. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kindness, we let the kindness wash each and every one of us every day. We let the kindness wash over us. Let the love, feel the love. Oh, we let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love be. Let the love be. In 2023. Whoop, whoop. Welcome to 2023, everyone. So we're going to do something different in this new year. If you have your cell phone on, text one person right now and say, Happy New Year. I'm at Universal Spirit Center. And if you don't have anybody to text, that means for this new year, you need to make some new friends, y'all. And for you at home or online, send it out to one person. Say Happy New Year for 2023 and rise together as we get ready to sing our Kong song together, y'all. Those of you at home in your jammies, sing along with us. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. I can't hear you singing with me, y'all. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that you and you and you and you and you can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that we can do. Ow! We cannot do all the good that the world needs, but don't you know you can do some good. Oh, we cannot do all the good that the world needs, but we can surely do some good. We cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that we can do. We cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good. All the good, all the good, all the good in 2023 that each and every one of us can start with right now, today. Start with your good. Woo-hoo!
Good morning. Happy New Year. We made it. Another year. I'm Kevin Busey. I have the great honor and joy of being spiritual leader of our progressive, growing spiritual community, and I welcome you here this morning to Universal Spirit Center. Those of you who are online, I welcome you online. If you're new with us today, we're glad that you're with us, whether you're here in person or join us first time online. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of our community. And let's acknowledge birthdays. Who was born in the cool month of January? Who? Stand up! All right. All right. Capricorns rule. Old men rule. Capricorns and old men rule. Okay, we've got a couple classes coming up. I've got one that I'm going to talk about during the talk, but two others. One is we're doing foundations, a hybrid of foundations. Reverend Sherry Ganan is doing that. It's going to roll out later in the month. Introductory course to our teaching, Science of Mind and Spirit. So if you join us online, there'd be a great opportunity for you to join in Foundations. Also, Sarah Adams is doing a book study called Roar Like a Goddess. For you women, you can go roar in her class. And again, that's also in person and online. Yeah, hybrid. And it's Kwanzaa today. Today marks the official completion of Kwanzaa. And Gina will be sharing with us a little bit about that later. But I just wanted to acknowledge that. And Borghild's up next for her grief group.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Universal Spirit Center. One last announcement to invite you to consider the grief group. If you've been considering it and you're wondering if it's the right place for you, if you're in sadness, in grief, in pain, in shame, in judgment, in resentment, whatever it may be, stop by. We have a place for you. It starts this coming Saturday, January 7th, from 2:30, from 2 to 3:30. Sorry about that. Lee's letting me know over there, till 3:30. And there's a sign-up sheet on the yes table in the back of the center here. It's raining outside, so we brought it in. Or you can go online and you can sign up there. Also for the people online that might be considering it as well, we have a space for you. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Morgan.
Good morning. I'm Bob Mosey. I have the rest of your announcements for today. If you have any questions about what I'm about to say or what has been told to you already, please feel free to go online and contact us at info@universalspiritcenter.org. Kitchen Conversations, Wednesday at 6:30, online only, creating a world that works for all. What does this mean, and how will we ignite this in our lives? First Saturdays with Angels, this Saturday at 10 a.m. till noon with Margot Laura. Stand up, Margot. It'll be at the offices across the street, so join Margot and tune in into Other Energies, a popular group, so check it out. Martin Luther King Day, a day of service. It was Monday, January 16th at 9 a.m. in Balboa Park. It's a morning of hands-on community service, fun, and fellowship. So check the website or go on the yes table, and under the website, look for the Spirit in Action tab. Did you hear about the Italian chef that had a terminal illness?
No.
He passed away. I can only do so much.
Thank you, Bob.
And now he's a pasta history.
Gina.
All right, so our history. The problem of bias in U.S. history textbook and curriculum. Racial bias in history textbooks and curriculum is a persistent problem. Often, teachers in U.S. classrooms downplay or just overlook racism. Many attempts at teaching America's racist history fall woefully short, such as when a fifth grader in New Jersey was sold in a class as a mock of slavery. Or when a fourth grader in Wisconsin was asked in a homework assignment, give me 3 good reasons for slavery. As recently as 2018, a Texas school assigned Princeton Hall Classic, a history of the United States, which posits that slavery may not have been terrible or unhappy, for it is all that they knew. Another College Board approved textbook that meets the curriculum requirements for U.S. history includes a map that refers to forcibly importing Africans in 1775 as immigrants. So, in order for us to overcome racial inequality, we all must be aware of how it participates in our life and how these biases are unfolding. Our racial equality call to action this month, if you go online, it's really fantastic. It's called Break the Bias. There's a wonderful video along with a resource link that will really help you explore your own bias. I was surprised at some of the things that came up for me. So it's the internal work that we have to do as we expand in 2023. And with that being said, it is Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa started December the 26th and it ends today, January the 1st. And one of the most beautiful things about Kwanzaa is that there are seven different core values. And today is Imani, and that means faith. And so what a beautiful way for us to bring in 2023, recognizing that the faith we have in our community, in our family, in our lives, in our consciousness will guide us through. So happy Kwanzaa to each and every one of you. Blessings.
Thank you, Gino. Thank you. Nicely done. Thank you, Gino. So I'm going to invite you to stand. I'm going to invite you to turn around and look below the clock at our camera and wave to the hundreds of people that join us online. Thanks for being part of our community. Now I invite you to turn to each other and welcome each other to Universal Spirit Center. Oh, I don't think I'm on. Did you turn it off? Yeah, I did. So, can you hear me now? Not over the speaker. There we go. Okay, so I have some sad news. One of our own made his transition about a week and a half ago, Bob Lima, who was an occasional visitor here, and he was at Pacific Church with us for many years. So he's been with us. And I'm going to ask Bob Waller, who was his partner, to come up and light the candle. So I'm going to invite you to place your hands over your heart. So what we do at this time is we light the candle when our loved ones have made their transition. And we actually, those of you who are here, lit this candle first on Christmas Eve. As reminding ourselves that we are the light. So the reason we light candles when people make their transitions is to remind ourselves that the divine light, the light of God, dwells within everyone. And certainly with Bob Lima, as he's made his transition and he's carried to his next creative expression. Are you going to say anything? Do you want to say anything?
I stood up here about 3.5 years ago and saying, "You're simply the best," to Bob Lima. Although I met him very late in life, the few years we had together, I'll never forget, because his heart was pure. I don't remember him ever saying anything negative about anybody, except when he was joking around with Myron. But seriously, this man would just touch my heart. He was surrounded by his family who leaned in and ushered him effortlessly and lovingly through the time he transitioned. And I know he's exactly where he needed to be and needed to go to surround us all with his continued love in a different form. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm going to invite us to take a deep breath into our hearts. And just let's know together. Let's know together as gathered community that life continues on for Bob, that he is carried by angels of light to his next expression, that where he is safe, he feels loved, and he welcomes in a greater experience of light. And as we know this for him, let's know this for all the people and all the beings in our lives who have made their transition. Let us know that there is a one life that they and we all participate in. So please feel free to speak out the name of any loved one who has made their transition. Grace. So to the degree that we're able, we release Bob Lima and all our loved ones into the experience of light and love.
Love, sweet love, surrounds me now. Love, sweet love, calms the room. Love, sweet love, surrounds me now. Love is the only truth. Love is the only truth. Love, sweet love, surrounds us now. Love, sweet love, calms the room. Love, sweet love, surrounds us now. Love is the only truth. Love is the only truth.
And so continuing in this space of sacred stillness and honoring, we continue in our time of reading and meditation and prayer. Today's reading is from Ernest Holmes, the founder of Science of Mind and Spirit. He writes, "My love goes out to everyone in the world. I do not exclude anything, for I love all and everything there is. My love warms and lightens everything that it touches, and it goes out to all places. The love flowing through me is a power to all who come into contact with it. Love within me is complete and perfect." How good it is to know there is that which is infinite. There's a loving consciousness that is beyond form, beyond time and place and circumstance. It is the stuff and substance of our being. It's the truth beyond all appearance, beyond all experience. And so how good it is to know that it is complete and perfect in every living thing and every being. And so I know that it is complete and perfect in its expression right here and now in this time together in our gathering today. For everyone present now and in the future watching, it's a powerful presence that is always pouring itself into every form, every time. And so I know it's pouring itself in and through words of wisdom and love, as Rev Kevin. It's singing its song, it's playing its notes, it's expressing as only it can through our beloved Gino and Linda and the Sounds of Spirit. It's serving and being of service to create this time together today through Lee and Bob and all who made our time together possible. And it is absolutely in divine expression right where each person is, right here and now. Coming together for this magnificent opportunity to remember, to behold, and to be present to that timeless, limitless truth that love is our beingness, more powerful than anything else. So I give thanks for that. I give thanks to remember that and joyfully celebrate that in community today. And so I allow it to be and surrender it to its greatest manifestation. And so it is.
Bring it on. Everything different, everything different, and everything new. I am ready for my next point of view. All I know is gonna be everything true. I'm through crying, and I'm through waiting, and I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something to change, not gonna return. I let the old fade away, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, and everything true. I am ready for my next point of view. All I know, gonna be everything new. I'm through grieving, I'm through doubting, not afraid to let the past be the past. No more wishing on somebody else's star. I got my own, I got my own. So bring it on. Everything new, everything different, and everything true. I am ready for my next point of view. All I know is gonna be everything true. I survived many times before, broken heart and slammed the door. I'll be alright, yes I will, once more, just the way I did back then. I will rise again, so bring it on. Everything new, All I know is gonna be everything new. Bring on everything new and everything different and everything true. I know I am ready. How about you? I know it's gonna be new. I know. This year, right here, right now, I am new.
Gina Walker and Sounds of Spirit. Linda, will you stay up here? Will you stay? So I think we don't have a full house today. I'm going to stand down here. Is that? Can you see me in the back if I stand down here? Is this good? This fine? Yeah. Okay. So you know this song. This is a great song, right? What's interesting about it, to me, it's kind of a threshold. The singer's clear what they're leaving, but they don't know what's next, except that it's new, right? Just that it's new. And that's kind of where we're at. So I'm going to take us through a little, we might know what we're leaving, but we don't really know what's new. We can set our intentions, but we don't really know. So I'm going to take us on a little process. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. Sit up straight and tall. Close your eyes. Shoulders back a bit. Breathe into your heart. So before we kind of get to what's new, we've got to be clear a little bit what we're leaving so we can create a space. So imagine you're like one step away from a threshold. You could decorate this threshold however you'd like. An arch or door frame, whatever. In a building, in nature. So feel in front of you an unknown newness, maybe a call. A call to something new. But before you step through that threshold, I'm going to invite you to turn your head around to behind you. Just go ahead and turn your head behind you. You don't have to look, just turn and look behind. What are you leaving? What needs to be left in 2022? What is it that you do not want to bring through this threshold? And let your higher self, let your beings of light that surround you assist you in this knowing. And then just take a deep breath and gently bring your awareness back to the room. So would anyone like to share what you're leaving in 2022? Yeah, John. Fear. Good. Nice one. Thanks. Yeah, John. Judgment. Yeah, Joan. Negativity. Jennifer. I'm Jessica, sorry. Jessica. I know, I'm Jessica. Loneliness. Yeah, Chris. Anxiety and fear. Good, good, good. Lee. No, don't. That's not a good one, Lee, who's the administrator of the center. That's not a good one. Annette. Pain, physical suffering. Yeah, thanks. That's a great intention. Yeah. Catherine.
I was hopping on the physical pain bandwagon.
Okay, physical pain bandwagon. Yes, behind John. Yes. Losing weight. Good. So you're losing weight. Yeah, you're leaving weight behind. Good. Grace. Resistance. Good. It's a nice. Yeah, Margot.
Holding back my love.
Holding back your love. Yeah, I'm doing that one too. Holding back love. I'm feeling that. Thanks, Margot. Age. You're leaving your age behind. Good. Good. Let's acknowledge ourselves. We're clear. Yeah. Good. And I want to acknowledge you this morning. There's really important things happening this morning, and that is every Sunday this year you've come to the spiritual center, and I appreciate that. Get it? First gathering is quicker than you guys. They got it. So I have some sad news. I'm leaving my sexy voice behind in 2022. Let you know that they found a little polyp on my vocal cords and they're going to go remove it. It's benign and everything's fine. They just need surgery to remove it. So I'm going to do that at the end of the month. Reverend Sarah will be speaking those weeks because I won't be able to speak for a couple weeks. First gathering did that as well. There were a couple cheers in the congregation in the first gathering. Couple cheers. So, really think about it. I was really glad to hear that January 1st falls on a Sunday because we're together and we could be really clear what we're living behind as a group, right? We're not going to miss a day. We're not going to miss a beat on this newness. So I'm going to invite you to a powerful New Year's intention, but later on, but just a heads up, I'm going to invite you to that. But it's a powerful thing that we're here today. Let's not miss that point. This first day of a new cycle of light, we're here together. And there's power in creating, in saying what we're leaving, getting clear of that, but in what we're welcoming that's new. So the beginning of the week in the morning, I do my spiritual reading and happen to be reading two different spiritual books, right? And so one of them is Joel Goldsmith, who wrote this book called Eternity in Parentheses in 1963. Clearly new thought person, science of mind person, clearly. And I'm also reading a book that was written in 2022, Michael Singer's greatest recent book, Living Untethered. Powerful book. To me, this book right now is like the accumulation of a bunch of spiritual writing that's been happening, cutting edge. So I'm sitting there, kind of going in between these two books a little bit, and I'm realizing, oh my gosh, they are saying the same thing, and they're both speaking to my heart. And I'm like, wow, how grateful and proud I am that I'm in a philosophy that is supporting cutting edge spirituality. That's a powerful thing to think, God, whatever drew me to this teaching years ago, this is right on. Because it is the grounding for the newest and latest spiritual teaching that's happening on our planet. It's a powerful thing. So I just felt really grateful. I have a priest friend, and he bemoans the fact that they don't have women priests, that they still can't marry, priests can't marry, and they're still struggling with same-sex marriage, right? And I'm like, here's what we focus on: racial equality, social justice, and cutting-edge spirituality. And we take this cutting edge spirituality techniques and apply it to our lives so that we can radically transform ourselves and the world. That's not a bad place to be. That's not a bad place to be. That we're not having debates about should there be whatever. So this month, I'm going to launch a book study on Sundays with Living Untethered. So I invite you to get that. Michael Singer. And then just before my surgery, January 18th, we're going to have an introductory class on it. And then in February and Wednesdays, I'm going to be teaching the class. Because I really want to roll up my sleeves and do the work that he's calling us to do in this book. Because I just read it through once already, and I'm starting to read it through again for these talks. I'm really inspired. I'm on board with this work. So I hope you are, because if a number of us are, it's really going to bring about a powerful change, not only in ourselves, but in our community and our families. It really is. So I'm excited about that. And so let me just be clear and tell you what I think we should all take on as our spiritual intention or our resolution. So many times we make resolutions, right? So that we can be happier or at peace. Lose weight so I'll feel better, get the love of my life so I'll feel loved, get a new job so I'll make more money. Those are exterior fine things. Not knocking any of that. But what we know is the outer is just a reflection of the inner. That's what we know. So if I can clean up the inside of me, if I can pay attention to and clean up my inner landscape, that is reflected as the experience of peace and happiness on the outside. So I'm calling myself, and I want to call you on this first day of the new year to do the work, do the inner work to bring about a greater experience of peace and happiness for you. Just do the work. Maybe let's make a commitment. Let's do this. Let's get the book. Let's do the book study. Let's get engaged. Come on Sundays, do the work. So that's my invitation, that's my challenge for you. What a powerful year this could be for us. Because here's the thing. We have evolved enough. We know the techniques. We know the principles. We know the methods. We do. And if you need a refresher, come to the book study. We know them. It's not about a lack of knowledge. It might be a lack of willingness. So major spiritual teachers and leaders throughout the years, throughout the centuries, have said that peace is our natural state. Many have said that. Peace is our natural state, right? And most often, many of us don't experience peace. And Michael Singer, in this book, Living Untethered, gives 3 reasons why we don't live peaceful lives. The first is our life circumstances. Someone cuts us off. We lose our job. Someone leaves us. There's conflict in relationship. Our coffee, which happened to me this week, our coffee pot broke. Whatever it is, hundreds of things happen, right? It affects our peace. He says the second thing that affects our peace is our thinking about our life circumstances. Oh my God, my coffee pot broke. I cannot have a cup of coffee this morning. Or whatever the storyline is. So our thoughts about those life circumstances disturb our peace. He said the third thing that disturbs our peace, the third thing, is our feelings about what happened. Our feelings. Notice 2 out of the 3 of those are an internal response, right? Thoughts and feelings. Those three things disturb our peace. Now, I want to give you 2 examples in my own life that have just fairly recently happened as a share of this. A few of you know I've been stuck in this quagmire of an escrow process. I'm taking money from one investment property, and I found a great house. I want to put it in another investment property. I have been through an escrow from hell for 3 months. It's been horrendous. In the process, I've lost a significant amount of money and the possibility of, not as significant, I shouldn't say that, lost some money. Have the possibility of losing more. And I'm like, what is going on? There's obviously some stuckness around this. There's something. So I've been praying for all the people that are involved in this process, you know, the sellers, their broker, their real estate, my folks, right? Come to find out a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, that the 2 guys that are selling the house are in a divorce and are very angry. And I'm like, that's what I'm picking up. And it's stuck, right? It's stuck energy. So I'm really holding these 2 guys in prayer, moving through it. Fell out of escrow, didn't get this house I really wanted, potential of losing more money. Just happened like a week ago, and I'm like, okay, here's what I know. This or something better. So immediately, me and my friend who believes in the power of prayer, we're praying for this. We're praying something better. 3 days ago, I found a better house, cheaper. So that's one story, but I'm saying that story because when you and I get centered in what's true about us, our situations can change. They just can. That's kind of a whole premise of our philosophy. We can bring an energy to situations that can shift situations. How many of you experienced that? Okay, so I'm kind of talking to the choir here. So that's one thing. So let me share a second story. As many of you know, my partner of 24 years has been working in India for the last 4 months. He loves India. He feels a real resonance with Hinduism and with the culture, and he's really enjoying it. So he was supposed to be back December 10th. So he calls me around that time. And he says, I'm working on this big project, and the higher ups are asking me to stay until the beginning of January. And my first response is, absolutely not. You know, we've got birthdays, we've got, I'm taking care of a house load of dogs, we've got the holidays. I'm like, no. He's like, and I said, yes. So I had some reaction, and you know, the reaction I had some reaction. One of the pieces that I had was the thoughts and feelings I had about going through the holidays by myself. Because as I said, we've been together like 24 years and we've never spent a holiday apart. So we had this conversation in the evening. So I was up restless a good part of the evening. And some point in the middle of the night, I thought a couple things. I thought, he feels like this is good for him. Career-wise, he's not going back to India. He gets to be in India. Can I have the spaciousness to let him do what he feels like he wants to do? Can I have that? That's the first thing. The second thought I had was, if it's good for him, it's good for me. And then I'm like, in 24 years, never as a minister, I'm going through the holidays by myself. I'm solitude as I move through these sacred energies. And I'm like, what if I just utilize this time of being alone and exposing myself to the sacredness of this season? And I'm like, so I call him the next morning and I'm like, stay in India, I'm good. You know, because I'm just clear, this is really good for me. And I thought, I don't have to buy into any thoughts or feelings that it's going to be, I don't know, lonely or sad, or I don't have to do that. And you know, however this might woo-woo sound to you, you know, because I am a Capricorn and we're not woo-woo, but how this might sound. So right after that, I just invited in all these beings of light and sages and all these people, angels and guardian angels, to just come and be in my house, to just be in the yards and in my house, you know. And then I invited you guys on Christmas Day. So I had an awareness. I had some awarenesses, which is exactly what Michael Singer's talking about. Oh, it certainly supported me that I was reading him at the time. We get so overwhelmed by our thoughts and our feelings about a situation, we lose who we are. You know, the fear of losing money and not getting a house that I want, the fear of going through holidays alone, that could have been my experience. But it wasn't. I identified with presence because that's what I felt in the house. Once I got clear, I felt a thick spiritual presence. And I thought, how could I ever say that I'm alone? It's just not what is true about me. Now, what's interesting in that first situation is, you know, I'm feeling like I manifested a better house that's less expensive. In the second situation, the situation didn't change. I'm the one that clearly changed. There are situations, you know, I think we have to be a little careful in science of mind and spirit to say we can manifest whatever we want, because sometimes, no. Sometimes the person does die, or sometimes a diagnosis does, or sometimes a person does leave, right? So what might not change, you and I don't have the power to change every situation, but I do have the power to change my relationship with the situation. We have that power. So whatever situation's going on, we have the power to change our relationship with it. So I could now call my being alone during this season sacred. And really powerful for me, because I had a deep sense of presence. I have a deep sense of presence through this time. So our culture teaches us to identify and attach with our reactions, with our feelings, with our thoughts. Spirituality teaches us a way out of that dilemma. Because spirituality points to something beyond our thoughts, our feelings, our life circumstances. So I think it's at the beginning of the book, Michael Singer says, what we are beyond our thoughts and our feelings and our circumstances. He uses the analogy, I use this. If you're 7 years old and standing in front of a body mirror, you know, you see your body. When you're 20 years old, there's a different body that you're looking at. When you're 60 years old, there's a different body. We're not our bodies. How could you be your thoughts when your thoughts change from one moment to the next? How could you be your feelings when you're going to have a different feeling this evening than you're having now? We are that which observes our thoughts and our feelings. We're awareness. We're awareness. With that was true for you at 5, as it is now. That's the one consistent thing about you. So Michael Singer uses this material in this book to assist us in almost like pulling away from the tendency to be our thoughts and be our feelings. And to actually, he uses techniques and the material so that we can experience something other than our thoughts and our feelings in our life circumstances, that we actually experience awareness. So on this first day of the year, right? You and I can leave here and we can continue to over-identify or attach with thoughts and feelings. We could do that in life circumstances. Then what happens is we're at the effect of any life circumstance that happens to us outside this door. Any thought we have, any feeling we have, guess what? That's the quagmire. That's the energy that we could go through 2023 in. Kind of same stuff. We could do that. Or you and I can do the work and use the techniques, because we know them, to say, I'm going to begin this year in the full awareness of who I am, which is more powerful than any life circumstance, more powerful than any thought, more powerful than any feeling. We could rise above those things. So we have a simple choice. That's why I'm really excited that we got here on this first day of the first year. We really can get really clear about this. Who do we want to be? How do we want to be going into this first year? I'm challenging you to join me in doing this work to get really clear about who we are, to get really clear. And from there, from a clarity of who we are, not attachment to thoughts and feelings, but clarity with who we are is how we experience peace and happiness. Okay, let's take a deep breath. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. Deep breath in. Go ahead and close your eyes. And if you follow a lot of the contemporary and not contemporary spiritual writers, they say what we are most fundamentally, is the high vibration of light. That's who we are. So I'm going to invite you to just breathe right into your heart. Breathe into your heart right now. An experience of light. This is a perfect opportunity to let lesser things fall away. And for this moment, step into the awareness of your open heart and imagine in the center of your heart, imagine in the center of your heart space, a flame, a sacred flame. Breathe into that sacred flame. A golden, white, warm, radiant flame. Just breathe into that. And as you breathe in, just feel that flame getting brighter, and getting more warm, more pleasant, more light. And each breath in, your whole being begins to filled with light. So just feel it emanating from your chest into your torso, up your shoulders, down your waist, through your shoulders, your arms, up your neck, your head, just filling with light. Down your hips, sending them down your legs. Experience yourself as radiant light.
And as you're feeling that light, sing along with me if you feel it. I am a light, I am a light. 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 I am not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light, 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 I am a light. I'm not the mistakes that I have done or any other things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of a dream I left behind. I'm all light, all light. I am light. I am a light, I am a 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 light. I am not the color of my skin. I am not my age on the outside. I am not the race or soul. All inside is all light, all light. I am a light, I am a light. Yeah, I am a light, I am a light. I am a light, I am a light. I am divinity divine. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. All inside is all light, all light. I am a light, I am a light. You are light, you are light.
Wow.
Good morning. I'm here. I'm Elizabeth Richardson. I'm here asking for the conscious tithe this morning. And the reason I'm here is because I was a founding member. I was with Reverend Kathy before that. And all through the times, good times, bad times, it's always been here. I bought a place years ago, and it was one of the practitioners in Reverend Kathy's congregation that helped me with that, because I never thought I'd own my own place. And what I've done here is I've been a volunteer, I've taken classes. It's always good to get to know people in a smaller setting, and I've been really grateful for that. So I'm asking today that you hold your hands over your heart and repeat after me. If you're new here, your presence is your gift. As I receive, so I give out.
As I receive, so I give out.
As I give, so I receive.
As I give, so I receive.
Perfect flow is happening through me now.
Perfect flow is happening through me now.
And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. So you at home as well, you have this divine opportunity to hit that QR code and be a part of the divine circulation that's happening, because we appreciate you and you want to feel the joy. I see joy, I see peace, I see the goodness surrounding me. I see love in every breath I breathe. I see God in everything. I see happiness, I see freedom. I see the beauty that lives in me. I see perfection in what life brings. I see God in everything. I feel joy, I feel peace, I feel the goodness surrounding me. I feel perfection in what life brings. I feel God in everything. I feel happiness, I feel freedom. I feel the beauty that lives in me. I feel perfection in what life brings. I feel God in everything. Woo! I know joy, I know peace, I know the beauty that lives in me. I feel perfection in what life brings. I know God's in everything. I know happiness and I know freedom. I know the beauty that lives in me. I know perfection in what life brings. I know God's in every. Namaste, 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 namaste.
Gino and our house band and Reverend Sarah, thank you very much. So our first music director was music director, for 16 years, Devavani, celebrates her 70th birthday this month. So Anne, she lives in Guam now. Anne's going to Guam, and she's going to deliver her birthday cards from us. So Anne's at the foyer, so we invite you to get a birthday card, sign it for Devavani, and she'll take them down there. Isn't that cool?
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa. Let's stand and sing ourselves out. Happy birthday. Thank you. Capricorn.
Don't say it.
And old men rule. So let's join hands. So take a deep breath in. Feel the presence. Feel the love. Feel divinity within and surrounding you. Feel the call forth, the call into this new year, to call to make yourself step into your own greatness, your own power, your own love, and express that in the world. So let's know this together as we say, and so it is.
Let's sing out, y'all. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. I cannot do all the good that this world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. I cannot do all the good that this world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. Woo! I cannot do all the good that the world needs. Don't you know the world needs each and every one of us to do all the good we can do. Have a beautiful New Year's Day. Enjoy. I love you. 2023 is fantastic. Amazing light will be shining through. So remember to keep that light, love on and shine. And when people ask where you get that light from, tell them Universal Spirit Center. Woo! I cannot do all the good that this world needs. All the world needs all the good that I can do. We cannot do all the good that the world